Jamie Johnson, it's so awesome to see you again. It's been a while, but you look exactly the same as when I actually worked with you in a gallery. I had your work in my space years ago, and it's like I just saw you yesterday. You look exactly the same. It's so awesome.
Thank you. That was my first show ever. So, I mean, it's really just changed my life and really put me on the path to where I am now.
Well, I feel so honored. Well, okay, your work is amazing. You're a photographer. You What I love is every picture you take tells a story. Well, I'm such a visual person anyway. I always feel that way about any piece of artwork. It tells a story. And your main subject matter are children, right?
As always.
Oh,
Yeah.
first of all, how did you get into photography? What inspired you to do that?
I mean, I've always had a camera, even like when my baby sister was born, I was there taking pictures. I love photography. I never thought of it as a business though, and I went to NYU and I used to take headshots of my friends, actor friends. And it was just something that I did. If I went to a party, people said, "Oh, bring your camera." And it wasn't until I was pregnant and didn't know what to do with myself that I went and bought a nice camera, and it just sort of spiraled from there.
Wow.
So,
All right, so I remember our first show. Well, this one, and I won't go how far back it was, but I still remember because I actually have one of your pieces. You took pictures of children. The one I remember was a young girl who was leaning against her father who had passed out from drinking.
yeah.
So, what inspired you to take those kind of photos?
So I had a really good friend named Rochelle, and unfortunately, she died of breast cancer shortly after I became a photographer. She was really encouraging me and introducing me to these people. She's like, "You need to do this. This should be what you're doing." And one of the people she introduced me to worked at Bel Air Presbyterian Church, and they were going to open up housing for homeless families just outside of LA. And so she actually asked me if I would do this for them so they could put a website, get a press package, and sort of get this business going, which was a long time ago. And it's an amazing business now. So I was right in there in the beginning. So I went downtown, and every kid I saw, every mom I saw, we just chatted, and a lot of them got housing eventually from this project that was so exciting. And all those pieces that hung in your show are all hanging in the conference room of the LA Mission. And they're still there. Every time I go down there, because I always go to feed for Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're like, "Your pictures are still upstairs."
So amazing. And did you get to know any of those people that you took pictures of?
I did. And I'm still friends. One of my favorite pictures was this just lovely little thing named Carmen. And I took pictures of her every year from when she was 6, and she's a grown-up now. And I keep saying, "Don't get pregnant." As soon as she started high school, I'm like, "Don't you get pregnant, Carmen." And now she's like, I don't know, 23, 24, not pregnant. Living her life. She grew up homeless in downtown LA.
Wow, what a story. All right. And so okay, where did you go? Okay, you went to Ireland, right?
Yeah, so in 2014, I went to Ireland. Usually, I have 2 kids, had a husband, and sometimes life gets a little overwhelming. So a long time ago, when my second baby was born, I went to Cambodia with this incredible photographer, Julia Dean. And I thought, oh, 2 weeks out of life that's just for me. And I just fell in love with documentary work. And so I ended up saying to my family, "I'm going somewhere 2 weeks a year, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to be so happy and super mom. I'm going to be re-energized." So I spent my whole children's lives every 2 weeks in January I went to Mongolia and India and Cuba and Thailand and Laos and Ecuador, the Amazon, out and about. And in 2014, I went to Ireland because I was really intrigued by Irish travelers, which if you don't know, they're like gypsies. They live in caravans on the side of the road. And of course, I'm only interested in the children. And I went there for the first time and I met a ton of great people. We had so much fun. The first day I arrived, I met this girl named Chucky. I think she was like 9. And she's like, you got to come meet my mom. And I went inside their caravan. It's like 9 in the morning and the mom gave me a beer. She's like, you're from LA? Have you met the Kardashians? Tell me who you've seen. Have you seen Brad Pitt? And we built a really long friendship. That was 2014. And I have gone back so many times and I see my little friends growing up. I keep saying, don't get pregnant. And I did a book during COVID on these children's lives and the kind of lifestyle that they live. And a lot of people don't know about travelers. And it's really intense and interesting and sad and beautiful and crazy and lovely. And so I have a show opening at the Leica Gallery, LA, which is in LA on Beverly and Robertson. It opens today and it is open till April 24th.
And will the book be there or photographs from the book?
So yes and no. So the book sold out immediately. I mean, it was COVID, so it was gone. But I was supposed to do this show at Leica and then COVID hit. So I kept a couple of like boxes of 10 under my bed. And I'm like, one day when the show happens, I'm going to pull them out. So I have some, not many. I think there's 10.
10, okay. They're going to sell out.
So they're there now, signed. So yes. So yes and no. Let's see.
That's wonderful. That's so exciting. So, so tell me the theme of the show. Is it your experiences there, or what did you put into it?
So it's only children. And a lot of these kids, I photographed the same kids over, 8 years. But it's just sort of moments in time in their life. And when I did the book, I really didn't want to speak. I didn't want to write about them because I'm not a traveler and I felt it would be inappropriate. So when I photograph children, wherever I am, I always talk to them and I'm like, what'd you have for breakfast? What are you going to be for Halloween? What's up at school? You got friends? You bullied? You popular? What's happening? Because I like all the scoop, which is why I love children. I adore just getting into their little brains and seeing what's up and talking to them like humans. And so when I did the book, I decided I would put together next to the pictures, things that they said to me. So I'm taking Priscilla's picture and she's like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wait, slow down. What? Okay. And that's how I ended up putting the book. So that I was never really planning on doing the book. And 2018, I was in Cork, Ireland, in a kind of a dangerous area in a really big halting site where it's the largest settlement of Irish travelers. It's basically a giant trailer park. And I was talking to this kid, Bradley, and he had a black eye. And I'm obsessed with black eyes. That's my black eye Sally man there. I was like, oh my God, Bradley, what the hell? He's like 6. I said, do you what happened with the black eye? A lot of travelers are bullied. They're very discriminated against because they're poor and they travel. They're pulled in and out of schools. A lot of them never graduate. They have kids early. They have a very different lifestyle than people in Los Angeles, for sure. So I said to Bradley, I said, what happened with the black eye? I said, do you get bullied at school? Do people, give you a hard time? And he was really tough. And he said, yeah, I get bullied at school. So what? I get bullied at home too. And I went, whoa, oh. And it just hit me. And I said, okay, I'm going to make a book and I'm going to put these kids, and Bradley's going to be the cover of my book. He is my reason for coming back every year and for doing this. I love him so much. And so when I met my publisher, they really wanted a cute girl and a pony on the cover. Oh, let's get a cute girl with a fluffy. I was like, it's got to be Bradley. I said, we can talk about anything, but my cover has to be this wonderful, lovely boy.
Oh, wow.
So he's in
Wow.
the show, obviously, because he's my love. And it's his beautiful, he's just a lovely but tough little kid. so that picture was taken in 2018. So he was like 6. And so he's
Wow.
practically a teenager now.
They grow up so and you still keep in touch with them?
Yeah, I was just there in end of October.
Oh, recently. Okay.
Yeah, so in the show at Leica, I have some brand new pictures that I just took that nobody's ever seen before because I've never printed it or showed it before. So half of the show is my favorites from the book, and the other half is brand new stuff. We'll see
Wow.
how it goes.
That's so
But it's all the same story, just new images.
do you film any of the stuff while you're there too? Or everything is like documented by photograph?
Interesting. So when I first started going, this one girl, Priscilla, she was 11 when my daughter was 11. And I was like, oh, Priscilla, you got to make some videos for Violet, because, I'm here hanging with you. You guys are the same age, you have the same life. And so I started videotaping. And then I started thinking, every time I meet a new family or an old family or people that I hang out with, I want to share this with my kids. Because they're at school or they can't come. And so I ended up doing masses of video, which I didn't do for any other reason other than to share with my girls, but it ended up being very useful putting the book together and really remembering those moments and those funny things or those sad things or those weird things, that the kids said to me.
That's so wonderful. Are you going to be showing any of that footage at the exhibition?
I'm not. No, it's not been ever properly sorted out, but one day I might pull it together. And
I mean, I just think that's so what an added bonus that could be, to really share that inside life of what you were able to experience, just that little segment. I mean, because photographs are so amazing because they capture so much, but it's so amazing. It's just so cool that you're doing this. I love it. All right, so where do you want to go next?
well, I want to go back, of course. It's only been a couple of months, but everyone's on Facebook, or Instagram, and they're like, when are you coming back? But there's I did go to Mongolia not too long ago, and I went to Spain I'm doing another project on the gypsy children that live in caravans on the French Riviera, which are spectacularly gorgeous caravans, gorgeous kids, lovely, just complete opposite of the Irish traveler, but the exact same values and lifestyle. And, people say that not to say, the word gypsy. And I was just there and I talked to all my friends and they're like, we are gypsies, call us gypsies. If you have a bad intention in your head when you say that, that's on you. I could call you, a white woman from LA, and that could be good. That could be bad. I don't know. And she goes, but do not ever not call us gypsies. So a lot of people in LA don't understand that, but I'm going to go with my advice. And they're gypsies and they love it. And they're so proud. They got gypsy tattooed all over themselves. That's their life,
So when you decide to go, how do you find, or how do you decide where you want to go? And is it safe? Do you feel safe going to places like this?
So interesting. I mean, I always want to go somewhere I've never been. Always. So, I mean, I've been back and forth to Ireland so many times, but I still want to go. And now the project on the Riviera, I'm 5 trips in to that. So, I'm really working on, my babies are teenagers already from the Riviera. So I really like making connections with people, but then I also like going somewhere. I went to the pilgrimage of the Virgin Mary in El Rocío, Spain. Gosh, that was in May. And that was really amazing because one, I don't speak a word of Spanish. And no one spoke a word of English. So I was sort of on my own with my camera for almost a full month. And one waiter named Caesar was the only person that spoke English. And so I'd be like, Caesar, what's going on today? Where should I go? Where's the excitement? But it's a giant pilgrimage where 50,000, minimum 50,000, come from all over Spain to bless the Virgin Mary. And it was amazing, amazing.
Wow.
So I'm always looking for something interesting, something that I'm attracted to. I'm really attracted to like people that live on the outskirts of society, or people that, don't, have a voice, or just interesting things that maybe, people aren't aware of.
Right. And that there's a lot. There's so much. And just to see the growth, like when you keep going back to see how they've changed so much, or if they really have. I mean, do you see significant changes when you go back, or?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And it's great. And I mean, even going back downtown, to feed the homeless. And I mean, these beautiful girls from the Riviera, I have all these years documented. And when I was just there, they have braces and acne. And they're like, no, I can't take a picture this year. I can't. I look like this. Total respect. So I'm like, but they grow up so quickly because I only go once a year, sometimes Ireland twice a year, a lot happens in a year. So.
Right. Yeah. That's so exciting. Do you have like a manager who really helps, you bring it all together, or do you do everything on your own?
I mean, I do everything on my own. I have a gallery in Paris, and they represent me in France. So that's great. I had a gallery at Bergamont Station in Santa Monica, but I think the COVID, hit pretty hard there. So I'm just out and about, happy to talk to anybody, do anything. So I'm really excited about tonight, though. So we've got 700 RSVPs, and there's no way 700 people are going to fit in that gallery. So I'm excited. So if you can't come tonight, it's open, till the 24th of April. Please come and, reach out to me and tell me what you think.
If you're not in LA and you want to see some of the work.
Yeah. You can go to, okay, so my website is jamiejohnsonphotography.com. And also I'm on the Leica Gallery LA website.
And will you be giving a type of speech or talking about your work?
I am. So March 19th from 12 to 2, I will be giving a lecture, a panel talk about this project, Q&A, book signing, whatever, just hang out, say hi. So yeah, that's March 19th. It's a Sunday from 12 to 2 at the gallery.
It's so exciting. All right. So I have to ask, have any of your kids had a kid yet, or has
You mean my photography kids, or the kids that live in my house?
Yeah, your photography kids. Well, they're your kids now too.
Yeah. Yes, they have. So if you see my book, I have a picture of two girls putting makeup on in a caravan, and the little blonde, who I think was 11 when I took that picture, Marilyn, she has 2 kids. She's married. She was 11 in 2014. She has 2 daughters, which she's thrilled about. She was terrified she was going to have boys. She wants many, many, many daughters and no sons. She's married to, some boy she's known her whole life, friends of the family, another traveler, and she's really happy. And her wedding was insane. Her dress was bigger than my dining room. So,
wow. And did you see the wedding, or just saw pictures of the
I
wedding?
just saw pictures because I couldn't go. It was the wrong time of the year, with my kids' lives. So yeah, and there's some twins too. One of them has 2 kids now. The other one still has no husband. So yeah, I think there's a handful that are parents now.
Have they let you take their picture, the children's picture?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's why they're like, when are you coming back? Mary's about to have a baby. Get over here. So
just the life to really be able to document that. And in a way, it's like how exciting that you've been able to change their lives, just by doing what you're doing. I would think that kind of like validates what they're doing. It's like, oh, someone's going to take a photo of this. It's going to be memorialized.
Yeah. Yeah. I have two quick little stories about that. So one, there is an immense amount of prejudice against travelers in Ireland. People don't like them. They're squatters. They don't pay taxes. They just have a really bad reputation and people don't like them. So they are discriminated against. Like you would not believe. The children can't go into the local store. There's signs, no travelers. It's like, what year do we live in? So that is a whole culture there that is ugly. And when my book came out, I got some random message from a stranger on Instagram. And he said, I'm 39 years old, born and raised in Ireland. I've never heard one good thing about a traveler, but your book was so amazing. Now, when I see travelers, I'm going to smile and wave. And I thought, I can die now. Like just that some random person is going to smile and wave. That's so nice. I just wanted to cry. So, and then a second story, I mean, everybody in my book I know well. I know their parents, been to their house or their caravans. But one picture, which is this one, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, that's a great photograph.
So this picture, funny enough, I was just walking down the street and these three girls were sitting exactly like that at a bus stop with their grandma. And I went, oh, and I said to the grandma, oh my God, can I take their picture? I mean, look, this is crazy. And she's like, two conditions. One, I'm not in it. And two, you send it to me on Facebook. I'm like, done. And so I said, don't move. And I got this picture, and this picture is, it's 30 by 40 inches silver gelatin at the gallery. So it's big. And so I sent it to her on Facebook. And so then we started being Facebook friends and we were writing back and forth. And then I couldn't go because of COVID. Ireland borders were shut. And so I went, oh shoot, I have something in the other room I can show you. I went there recently and I called them. I'm like, I'm coming. And so they all came and these girls were like, we love this picture so much. And the mom said something to me. So as a photographer, you think, oh, copyright, people are stealing your pictures. I don't actually care. I mean, I'm happy for my pictures to be anywhere. But the mom said, yeah, we went to a pub and it's like 30 miles from our house. And that picture is this big over the bar. I was like, well, wait, my picture? Like, I've never printed it that big. I've certainly never shipped it to, it was just downloaded, whatever, but they were so happy. They're like, my kids are famous. I was like, wow. What bar is that? So,
wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're changing lives.
So my beautiful girls. So I went back to see them, they're so excited, and to have a little picture of me with them a couple months ago. And
gorgeous.
And then I said, and then I got them in the same place. I was like, oh. The same place. And they were like, oh yeah, we're famous. So
wow, that is great.
But yeah, my babies. So, and I said, I was at Paris Photo. It's really hard to send stuff to Ireland. I've sent a few things, they've just never arrived. I was in Paris. I'm like, oh, that's pretty close to Ireland, And I sent a box of Christmas gifts because I was there in November to the girls. I was like, probably will never arrive, but if it does, it got there in 2 days. And they were so excited. And I sent them like a pile of these pictures, like tons and tons of all the new pictures. So, and I gave them little purses, little like fake Gucci's and fake Louis Vuittons. So.
Oh, that's so very cool. Yeah, you are changing lives. And first of all, I'm proud of you and that you want to do this because you do it with such love and such passion. You're definitely expanding consciousness for so many people. I'm so proud of you, Jamie. This is
having fun. I mean, like I'm happy to have the work out there. I'm happy for people to be like, wait, what's happening here? Is that girl smoking? What's going on? I love everything about it. So
have you ever gone and felt like you felt like out of place, or did you always feel like someone was there to like help guide you?
Okay. Yes, when I was in Spain for nearly a month and didn't speak the language, I felt like an imposter. Everyone had these incredible gowns on. Everyone was dressed like amazing. It was the most beautiful pilgrimage. And I didn't know what anybody was saying. And I felt really sad. I was like, I'm just like a mute monk on a voyage of photography. So,
Did they welcome you? I mean, did they give you a hard time about taking their picture, or
no. And it was weird because there were no photographers there. Like it's like a really like old traditional. I don't think anybody knows about this place because it's amazing. It's all dirt. There's no asphalt. So you're walking in the sand and it's just like an old Western town. And like it has not been touched by time. You actually feel like you're on a movie set at the back lot, like, but this is the real deal.
wow. And so you were able to document all of that?
Yeah, so I did. I haven't edited it through, but after I would take a picture, I would pull up my Instagram and I'd be like, type in your thing, I'll send you the picture, trying to communicate. I was in Mongolia and I had a translator, so I had incredible communication, but I didn't bring a
Oh,
translator.
what a great experience, though, to know that there's so much more than just language to communicate.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, and I will eventually get through all the pictures. But with this show coming up and everything that's going on, I'm doing a project downtown, Ladies of East LA. So I've been too busy to look, but I'm excited to make some time.
So what is this new project you're working on, Ladies of?
Yeah, so I had a show in October downtown, and then I had one at a big event called To Live and Die in LA, which was last weekend. And so I've been photographing, which I can show you, sort of the female culture of Los Angeles, not the plastic surgery, not the Beverly Hills, not the Hollywood, not the glitz, not the glamour, but this whole other society of East LA ladies, all Latino, the fingernails, the eyelashes, the tattoos, the makeup, the cars. I mean, it's incredibly beautiful. It's really good. So I had a show. It was on downtown in October on the side of a building. So it was huge, and you had to put music with it. And I had all these women, like, I'm of all ages, 60 to probably 16, and just showing their nails and their tats and everything. And I put the song Christina Aguilera's Beautiful, to the slideshow. And these are some tough girls. Like, some of them are married to gang members. Some of them used to, be in prison. They're crying their eyes out. I was like, oh my God. But it was really beautiful. I was really happy to do that. So then I showed some of those pictures at To Live and Die in LA. And I'm just going to continue to work on that project because now I got all these friends, these gorgeous ladies. Now so I'm going actually on Sunday, I'm going to shoot these amazing women with like full neck and face tattoos, fingernails out to here. And they're just gorgeous. And they're so like into their fashion and beauty routines that it's just like a different, people think of LA and they think of, the Oscars, but these girls are glitz.
So all these adventures you've been on, because they sound like incredible adventures of really, photographing, life.
Yeah.
Are you putting them in books as you do it, or do you just keep the negatives, or are they're digital, or do you use both film and digital?
I do use both film and digital, and I'm archiving right now. I look forward to, having some time to really go through everything. I mean, I went to the Amazon in 2017. I lived in a tent for like a month. I haven't even looked at all the pictures yet because I have children and I'm just busy. So that is my goal in life, is to look at everything and maybe find a few little gems in there that I forgot about.
Well, you have an amazing eye, and you really capture the soul of your subject, of the person you're taking the photograph of, and so, because I remember when I would see your work, it was like I felt like I was there. It was just like you just brought it so to life. It's almost like a very vulnerable moment, but it's life, and we all have these experiences. I remember when Wallace Annenberg had her space for photography before COVID killed that too. And I always thought, I thought, God, Jamie's work should be here. I was like, Jamie's work should be here.
I was hoping, but
and that's what I love about photography. It just captures those moments, and you're validating someone's existence,
Yeah.
and so no matter what, that's always going to be there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I really I don't like to take pictures of people I don't know, so I really care what's going on, like what's up at that moment in that person's life, whether it's a girl downtown, which really is the first project I've ever shot of adults, which is new territory for me, but they're ladies, so it's all good. But even just whatever that is happening in that child's life, maybe they had a fight with their brother, maybe they didn't have dinner last night. I mean, I'm just I feel like a lot of times people don't get to talk, and children are, they don't really ever get to talk sometimes, especially, they live on the outskirts of society, it's just like, put your big girl pants, shut up, but I'm so interested. And and other than those 3 girls on the bench, I spent a lot of time with all of these kids before I even pulled out my camera.
What's that like when you first meet like a group of kids like that, and they're like, hurt you, or do you get attitude? Is it like something you kind of ease into?
I hope to get attitude, because those are my favorite kids. Everything's different, so you meet one family and you're gold, because then it's just a snowball of fun people, and everybody's fun.
You capture so much. They're allowing you to come into their world, and you're capturing that to share with people. And that's really a gift for all of us. I think that's so beautiful, because we're all just human. We're all just trying to survive, trying to do what we can. And you are connecting people pretty much around the globe by doing what you do. And I think that's really incredible. And that's really brave. You just never know how someone's going to react, and you're putting yourself out there. And I admire that so much.
Happy to do it. I love people. I'm a people person. I love everybody unless they're mean to me. I love them. So, and the more interesting and new people I meet, I'm in. I'm always in. Sign me up. I'll be there.
Oh, that's so. Now, how do your kids feel about what you do?
Well, one of them's gone. She's in college, so she lives in London, and I think she's excited about it. I think she sees my book in a bookstore in London, or she is very proud. And then my little one, she's 16, so she's very cool right now. I don't think mom's as cool as she is, but maybe later. Maybe she'll look back and she'll be like, "Oh, my mom wasn't that bad." We'll see.
Do they want to be photographers themselves, or do they like taking pictures?
My 16-year-old is an incredible musician and singer, so she's got her path in life there. And my older daughter just finished film school, but she also does photography and DP work. So she's kind of on track there. She's really good.
All right, so now you have the show going on right now, right? And today's March 2nd, 2023. Just putting out there, in case people see this in the future, hey, I'll go to Jamie Johnson Photography, see what else she has going on. So you're always doing something, it seems like. So after the show, you're what?
I'm trying to be doing something.
Yes, which is amazing. So what's lined up after the show?
Still working on my East LA project, which I'm doing every weekend because I love it. But I don't know, maybe I should look at my pictures from Spain. I don't have anything on the immediate schedule, but I'm open. So as soon as I hear something, I'm out.
wonderful. I'm so excited. And I love that you are so adventurous and that you go out and you just do it. No excuses, you just do it. And I'm so grateful, COVID restrictions have lifted and that you're able to start traveling again.
That was hard. That was really hard, just not being able to go anywhere. And, I have asthma, so I was super careful and I didn't go anywhere.
But you can now, right?
And I am. Yes, exactly.
And your Ladies of East LA, that sounds amazing too. That, definitely keep me posted about that because that sounds.
Well, you can see them on my website in the documentary section, some of them. But I've just shot so many more that I haven't even looked at. I'm so excited. And then this weekend, I've got a really good shoot I'm so excited about with them.
So wonderful. All right. Well, so tonight,
6 to 8.
you have 700 reservations. Oh my God. But okay, so what are the gallery hours? So if people want to see your work?
10 to 6, I think, every day.
Okay.
So it's open 7 days a week. It'll be there, till, mid-April.
And you will be there again on the 19th.
I'll be there on the 19th, and I'll be there whenever. If somebody says I'm coming, I'll meet you there. Can hang out.
Oh, there you go. I like that. All right. And people want to follow you on social media. Where do they go?
Instagram, Jamie Johnson Photography. It's kind of a common name, so look for this face. And Twitter is at Jamie Z Johnson.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I am so proud of you. And I know this is something that you do with such love. I could just see it in you, and you take incredible photographs. And I'm just so very proud of you. I love your work. And I can't wait to see your exhibition. So I will definitely be there. Probably not tonight, but I'm definitely on the 19th.
Okay, great. And you know what? You are, my first exhibition. You are the beginning of all of it. So I'm grateful to you.
Well, thank you. I still remember that little tiny space in Studio City.
Yeah, I was so excited. My whole family came. It was amazing.
Oh, your work is really beautiful. I'm very, very proud of you. Yeah, and I still have it. and just what you do, Jamie. Yes, you are inspiring. You are very inspiring. And so I hope people, go see your show, see what you do, and you are changing lives. You are changing lives. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And I will definitely see you soon. Okay. All right, thank you, Jamie.
Thank you. Thank you.